I'm going to be running Lego Star Wars 1 on the Game Boy Advance with me.
Well, hello, I'm Lasertrap. I am very known for running handheld games, and I have done this one before too.
Um, there's a lot of differences. This is a completely different game built separately. It was released a few months after the original on console and PC. This version is an isometric version rather than the 3D platformer. There's a completely different HUD. You have more health to lose, and if you lose all your health, you restart the room. It's got a lot of technical issues. You're going to see them.
Pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess you're gonna get started.
I suppose so. Are you ready for me to give you a countdown?
I think we're ready whenever, yeah.
Okay. So time starts on story, actually. So I gotta make a new save file. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I'm gonna start with episode 3 because I find it most annoying and it's most accurate for my runs I actually do.
Yeah, and right off the bat, after we get rid of this force field, they're gonna wedge themselves in the corner and go out of bounds. Just like that. Pretty quick. Nice job on that one. So we can take advantage of a lot of the corners in this game if they are convex. There's like really dodgy geometry in them where you can like wedge yourself in between. It's that don't really line up with the visual graphics.
Mm-hmm.
And as you sort of go back and forth between them, you go through the wall.
Another thing to note is I took that indirect path because there are spawn points I need to hit. If I don't hit them, the force prompt at the door will not be there, and I will just be stuck.
Yep. So this R2 segment, R2 can actually lay down mines in this game, in which
Why am I
Pickle
going for that?
Pickle is controlling them with the, what is it, the B button on the GBA?
It's B, yeah.
Yeah, the B button, and also exploding them with that. So also another thing to mention maybe that you may not have thought of, the GBA only had 2 face buttons, A and B. There's also L and R, but yeah, we have a limited range of controls pretty much.
I ended up taking out those droids when I usually don't. My theory is it will reduce lag, but in reality, I kind of just forgot the route a little bit.
It's a complicated game for kind of the wrong reasons.
Alright, so this is just the clip, but with R2. R2 moves a little bit differently, so that clip is a little awkward to set up.
It still looked pretty fast, honestly. It can go a lot bumpier.
Another interesting thing to note is you can actually wedge yourself into the transition, but it will not properly load, so you'll just be soft locked. I could have landed closer to that door, but I was worried about that. Now I'm going to clip out of bounds here to avoid spawning in this force field at the end of the map. Otherwise, there'd be this whole path on the side that I'd have to go down, and it's just quicker to clip out. Especially with how fast I hit it.
So that corridor looks really empty, and, well, it's not actually supposed to be that way, but we skipped some of the triggers. And, alright, you want me to explain Dooku?
Yeah. Basically, you can clip, or not clip, but you can lock him into a corner, but he's really finicky. So instead, I'm just going to do this. I want him to do that Force Lightning. I actually do this setup here. Oh no. I'm going for it anyways. Why not?
Alrighty, well...
That was almost it, actually.
Yeah, if you get him stuck on the stairs, you can sort of just attack him over and over.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like he's not cooperating. So another thing you can do, each character has like a special attack, and with Anakin, it's throwing his lightsaber, and that does more damage than a usual attack.
Ah, that was fine.
So I guess you're, yeah.
I don't
You
remember
got
any
through
of
it.
my benchmarks for a fast run. I don't think that was it, but I don't really remember.
Can I read a quick donation?
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
We have a $20 donation from Chimkin, and it says, "Take this as a tax for my inability to complete children's puzzles. Good luck on the run, Pickle."
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Is that-
$5, Chimkin.
2 bookshelf fails.
I'm not sure. I thought he didn't fail any, but he had some trouble on.
Ooh, I got the RNG.
Sir Richard.
Sorry, I'm going to jump in. I got the
No worries.
RNG drop for the speed boost. Yoda is the slowest character in the game. But I got good RNG that allows me to move faster for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, so RNG drops. Now is probably a good time to talk about that, is as they're going around to free the clone troopers here. You can do things and get different drops every time. However, they just got a gold stud there from that container, I guess we'll call it, which is consistent if you do a jump slam.
This is the
there's-
I believe the first time you actually see the clones in the game. They are not in Attack of the Clones at all. I just thought that was funny.
True. Very true.
All right. So next up, there's a stupid jump. I'm gonna grab another one of the gold studs. My goal is to
Oh.
open this gate, but I can't grab this one yet. So line up, shoot. I missed it. I'm just gonna reset because it's still a lot faster to do this than the other strat. Double shoot.
Yeah, this is a very tricky line to get, and you have to go around that force field there, and the force field will knock you back.
Oh
It's
wow,
not
I
different than force
died.
field.
That's a new one. Oh well.
I guess 3 strikes, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll quickly explain why you're getting the studs. So, as you saw, a death puts you back at the beginning of the room,
Oh,
and
I just got
episode
blocked.
3 is really unfair. I think would be a way of describing it.
Yeah.
Because of the enemy spam it gives you that you will see in this canopy section coming up. So what they'll want to do is purchase a revive, which you can get for 25 studs.
I guess I'll say that I'm doing $10 per death. I didn't want to say that unless I actually died, because that
It's
would
early
ruin
in the
fun.
run. It's early in the run.
Yeah, but I already died, so
I don't even want to think about what Grievous is going to do to you.
oh, I am a big fan of Grievous. Love Grievous.
So another thing this game does is it tells the story in a very unique way, it's fair to say. Like, things happen in areas that they really should not happen in. Nice dodge, by the way, on that turret shooter. Or, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is different enemies or different projectiles deal different amounts of damage.
Those hit
So-
like a truck. Oh,
Yeah, they
So
do
do
2
those.
full arts, I think.
it feels random. I don't know how the health system actually works, but they are the heaviest hitting. Thankfully I had that revive, so even though I died, I'm okay. That's why I pick it up.
Safety strats are really important, like even at world record level in this run.
Yeah, I go for that one in the middle of world record attempts.
All right, and that's the second level. That was Kashyyyk 1. We're going to be back later, but we have to visit Utapau first. This section is a bit strange because it's going to be like go over to the right side of the room, retrace your steps, go back, and there's like not a lot of thought that went into it.
It's not a very fun level. They they had more of the movie to base this off of, yet they did this. This wasn't in the movie. I think R4 at this point was canonically blown up, I think over the Battle of Coruscant.
Yep. And R4 is in this level.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's,
this game
like-
doesn't have Camino, so they wanted to have a level that had Obi-Wan and R4.
Alright.
I
Up
don't
next,
know, I made
there's
that
a
up.
little bit of an enemy kill bit. There's only a couple that you actually have to kill. I don't really remember which they are, but I have this strat that just kind of works.
Yeah, that's honestly a good description of how speedruns of this game can go.
Yep. Alright, not bad. I have a bunch of safety hearts to pick up. But I'm not going to.
Yep. So now we have to retrace this room as R4. And we do in fact have to go up this ramp. Because further along at the top there is a droid panel.
Mm-hmm. Droid panels in this game suck, by the way.
Yeah, this is like the worst droid panel to use because the hitbox is like you try to use it and it goes, "Who asked?"
Oh, it's behaving this time.
Hey, that's lucky.
Now I'm gonna blind fly over everything.
Right. So as this cutscene is happening,
Alright,
you may
good.
hear the sound of R4 flying, and in fact, you can see that little
Come on.
lightsaber meter going down. Which means that
If I were to
well,
fall,
that's basically used for your special abilities. Yeah.
if I were to fall, I do have a safety strap for that, though. Oh, did not get it. You can time the jumps over those, but you have to also know where the initial, I don't know, is. Come on. Sorry, busy thinking of this. You're looking for their field of vision.
Yeah. That clip there is also really stressful. I don't even do that. I do it a different way. But,
I don't know their way. I tried it. It felt slow, and I gave up on it.
It's probably slow, yeah, but it looks cool. Either way, that clip that they just did is stressful because you want to do it quickly so you don't lose hearts. Because you really want as many as you can have for this boss fight right here. So I guess I'll take over this one so you can concentrate on it, but you can take out these green supers early. There are, yes, green supers are different to your regular super battle droids. But if you take out the green ones early, Grievous jumps down without going through the cutscenes of losing the other super battle droids. And then they're going to let Grievous like run towards them, or actually, I lied, go straight for Grievous and then try to rhythmically tap the attack button.
I lost it.
Okay, you had it going there, but yeah, it's tricky to keep up. You cannot mash there because mashing
I lost
puts
it again.
you through like a full attack sequence. And if you do it rhythmically, then it means you get attack 1 in the sequence over and over, and that is the right rhythm to keep Grievous
Goodness.
stun.
Grievous is not functioning.
This is going a bit hairy, but yeah, okay.
No way,
Opting
dude.
Opting for the special attacks though, which is a good idea
Oh, well.
because
That was
it does more damage.
very awful. That was not a good fight.
But you didn't die, and that is still impressive to me.
If you were to kill the green one and then the last purple one before the cutscene finished, you would soft lock. I've tried being fast.
I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you generally want to avoid killing all the purple ones because that causes a cutscene with Grievous.
I don't
This
actually
is,
go for that very often. I usually am able to hit the rhythm, but it just wasn't happening there.
That's okay. You got through it. No deaths there. This is the most useless section of the game at the beginning of Kashyyyk Retrace. And we're actually going to skip coming up when Order 66 is activated. So yeah, they switched to Chewy early to get out of bounds. And they're going to do it. This corner's a bit different, because like you really cannot tell where the corner is.
You want to switch to your preferred character before the transition, or else there's a HUD that will get in your way and prevent you from switching.
Right, and as you can probably see, character swaps take a long time in this game. So we do want to minimize it, which is how we end up playing as Yoda in some sections, even though Pickle already mentioned that Yoda is the slowest character in the game. So now we're just retracing this Kashyyyk level from earlier, but there's clones, and they're kind of everywhere and unfair.
Yeah, somehow they managed to fit even more enemies into this space. Alright, tree clip. Let's see how you gonna behave. You are. No, you're not.
Oh man. Yeah,
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
This geometry here is not one I ever figured out.
Like, I tried to find a consistent place. It's not very consistent.
Then you're going to go for another one over here.
Yep.
This one's a bit easier. I do know how to do this one.
It's the exact same geometry, actually. I can't get this one.
What? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not the best tree clips. I was practicing on an emulator on an Xbox controller. I have since switched over to my GameCube with my Game Boy Advance. The D-pad is not very good. Alright, now to switch over to Yoda.
Yeah, unfortunately we have to give Yoda a stint here because we need the ability to use the Force.
Jump to safety.
Yeah. Oh, one nice thing that this game actually does is you are invincible while using the Force. It's, well, the game as a whole is not that forgiving. But yeah, we now step on these buttons. It looks like they're pretty close to having to use this survive, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, this is like average for how the Kashyyyk Retrace goes. And then these battle droids show up there, and those things that also hit kind of like a truck. Yeah.
Clone troopers are also pretty strong. They're pretty consistently about 1 heart of damage.
They're pretty consistently good at aiming too. Kind of wish they were stormtroopers instead.
Alright, so I went to the side to hopefully get this despawn. Not really sure what causes it, but I've had pretty good luck going down that side. There's one of those super turrets at the end of this part, and it lags the game more than it is a threat, but it's also a threat.
I think it's probably the laggiest area in the game.
The next level would like to have a word with you.
Okay, well, yes.
That's consistent.
The next level is consistently laggy, but I think you got the despawn. It looked like it. Yeah.
I've had clones spawn here, but not here. But I got it, so we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When enemies spawn in here, this is like the slowest the game gets to. But right now, they get to go through with pretty much no lag at all.
Not bad.
So if you thought retracing through Kashyyyk was fun, well boy, have I got news for you. You get to do the same for Utapau. Although we will take a detour. Man, that was hard, pressing buttons to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to do yet another corner clip.
This skips
I'm not
another
actually
spawn point.
participating. Yes. So, without this clip, there would be force fields active. And that would be slow. Yeah, speedrunning.
All right, this is the biggest crash threat.
Yeah, and they also say execute order GG. These speech bubbles are really funny. The way of telling the stories, like target
oh no!
Obi-Wan.
Oh goodness! I just completely messed that one up. Ideally, I'd land on that platform. It's not too big of a deal.
Yeah, the nice thing about going around as well is that there's a heart refill, I believe.
It's a little out of the way, and I don't ever go for it because I'm silly.
Don't ever go for it. That is brave.
No, it's stupid.
Yeah, you don't allow this game any chances. So yeah, as they already mentioned, this is a very consistently laggy area.
Yeah, this is the only game I actually know how to run in a marathon setting because I'm not a very safe player. Hey, we got it!
No, no.
Oh, I love this game.
Okay, well.
Alright, where's the reset button on here? I can't find it. There it is. Yeah, that was a crash. This game sucks.
Well, it's been a day full of crashes at LEGOthon, friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought we'd give you another one.
Honestly, that's a fairly consistent crash. Oh, no, don't do that.
Yeah, you were talking about how... Oh yeah, no
New
games,
game.
please. You were talking about how much you were getting it, and I was like, it's not that common, but...
So now I gotta
you were
replay
not
the
lying.
whole thing.
Yeah.
I think what
Yeah.
I think just spawning new sprites at that point when it's so laggy is what causes it. So my
Yeah, I would
special
believe so.
attack was a bit of a silly idea.
There's another place that I have had that has crashed multiple times, and that was in the first level.
Really?
Not like 1-1, but the first level that was played in this run in 3-1.
Okay.
It's actually at the very end of the first room that's like 2.5 minutes long. When you go to use the panel as R2 to open the elevator, it crashes for me a couple times.
Ooh, I'm low on health. Maybe I get the jump though. Show it off. There it is. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that jump. Basically, I can skip a little bit. And me using the force on this right here is actually a skip. It's supposed to be some platforming, but I could just not do that. Okay. Get out of my way.
Scary. Alright, what's the game plan this time?
Do it again.
Oh, please no.
Do it again.
Do it, you won't. Oh, this is actually really scary though, having only 1.5 going into the end. So,
I took care of the.
my gosh. How are you gonna deal with the guys up top though?
I don't get hit by them.
Wait, really? Does that clip avoid the... Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. So we used to have another way of going around here, and like, when you go over the top and don't clip in there, there is actually zero way to avoid getting hit. But thankfully we have that clip now to avoid it, and that's where I got confused. Alright, we're finally out of there. And this is the final level of episode 3. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is this only one episode and it's taken up half the estimate?
Because
Well,
the game.
fortunately,
This is not a very good run.
Yeah. Well, there is that, but fortunately for this, this episode is actually double the length, if not more, of the other episodes. They were not very consistent. This episode has 6, episode 1 is 5, and episode 2 is 3 levels.
Ooh.
We'll talk a bit more about episode 2 in particular when we get there. That was a skip. Well, hopefully it's a skip. Okay, yeah.
I don't miss that jump ever. Okay. This clip is very inconsistent. Sometimes it'll just send you onto the ground, like it just has right now. Am I at 3 now? Yeah, this part's
Counting
inconsistent.
revives?
Just regular deaths. I need money for myself. Okay.
You got it there.
Second try is fine. That part is notoriously inconsistent, and I tried to figure it out, but it didn't work. Oh my goodness, I've wasted it.
Ooh, that's rough. Okay, so the
I'm playing the
idea
fight
is
casually.
the idea is to hit Anakin square on with those with those force attacks, which is Obi-Wan's special attack, send out like.
This is so bad. This is not
super
working out.
close range. Ooh,
This game really likes dueling, and it's really hard to get a hit off. All right, pause.
Okay.
Pause again, and this is how we quick kill him. Or I guess in my case, kill him in an average amount of time.
Yeah.
All right, that wasn't too bad. It's a bit unfortunate that I wasted my force, but it happens.
You got out of the episode, and that is like a huge part of this run. Episode 3 is so tough.
Originally, we were doing 1, 2, 3, back when I started running it, and then I decided to not do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, technically 1, 2, 3 is still faster because time starts on pressing story, which is before you do the episode select. And scrolling over to episode 3 is slow because every time you move over one episode on the menu, it takes about a second to scroll. But we don't really care. Episode 3 is just that bad. But if we did start here, this was a huge reset point, getting out of bounds on this door frame. As
That
you
was bad.
might imagine from watching this.
That was so 2 jumps here, try and line up your. This is a very weird out of bounds.
Yeah, so they are still not where it looks like they are.
I'm close enough to where I'm supposed to be to
Now you are, yeah.
access the next part. But that wasn't too bad. That clip is very awkward. And back when we were doing 1, 2, 3, if you missed that for more than like 3 seconds, you'd reset. It was very awful. It was not a very fun way of running the game. So instead, the reset point is at the first clip in the barrier room of 3-1.
And there's so many to follow. In general, though, starting with episode 3, once you get to this level, there really isn't much to say. Although, I guess there's kind of a planned strat here with the battle droids. You take out that one with a slash, and then you force out the rest of the 3. And boom.
Yeah,
Don't
once you
collect any
see...
studs.
What?
You don't collect any studs just because of the status screen.
Right. At the end of each level, there's a status screen. You want to do all of those as little as you can, or else you will lose time to it ticking up.
The numbers ticking up just a little bit doesn't really matter, but it's when you get like extra ranks on the level, like it ranks you based on how well you do on all of them. So like you can get a Padawan rank if you get too much of one thing, and that is a bit of an extra time loss because it gives you this special message to make sure you know you did something really good. Except for us, it's really slow. By the way, here's Jar Jar. Do you want to talk about Jar Jar?
There's not a lot to say about him. He's one of the strongest characters in the game. I will show in just a bit, right at the end of this room. So you grab this power up here, and he'll just flail his arms and obliterate these cannons, which are very strong. It's pretty funny. He can also jump super high, and he throws these balls of force magic or whatever. the boomas, whatever they call them.
So we'll do one more out of bounds here.
I can't find it. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. Switch to
Sort of
Qui-Gon
on
for the next
right
level.
side. Yes, that is true. Because the next level starts with the same characters, it will just start as whoever you last played as. Also, on this out of bounds, they go closer to the water to make sure that the enemies don't spawn. The enemies are not a threat to our health, but they reduce lag if they're not spawned.
Not bad.
But coming up, though, is probably the wackiest out of bounds in the game.
Yeah, for a while, I was just doing it based off of vibes. And then I realized there was an actual consistent setup. 1, 2, 3, 4 notches, jump, 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 jump. So that was a setup.
Beautiful.
But before, I was just kind of eyeballing it without any consistent way of knowing where I'm at. It was pretty bad, and I fell out all the time. If you fall out of that, you can soft lock pretty easily. It won't just kill you. It'll let you rot.
Yep. I mean, that's worse than dying.
All right, next up.
Is that next?
There's a little bit of a glitch here. It just like skips a little bit of HUD. If you mash the select button, you can quickly select Jar Jar, who we need.
Yeah, when you pick up a new character, you're supposed to go to them before you can go to anyone else. Which is why this is kind of important, because character swapping really does take a long time. Yeah, the Jar Jar jump up there was actually really good. That can take a few tries if you are just feeling a little bit off with your timing.
No, it's based off of how the
the
game's feeling about your timing.
That too.
Those
As
glass
are
panels
these,
are good.
yeah, that's also based on how the game is feeling.
Pick up some speed boosts to try and make it through pretty quick.
That speed boost is consistent.
Both of these.
Although
are,
you
yeah.
can, yeah, you can you can pick up speed boosts from like random drops from objects and even enemies, I think.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've played this game, so I'm glad I'm remembering things more or less correctly.
This is another enemy spam level. There's a lot of those. I don't know why they did it so many. This game can't handle it.
It's a lot less brutal than before.
That's the wrong button.
That was the wrong button. What was that?
Me fat thumbing it. I'm playing on a Game Boy Advance, so the buttons are like right next to each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I still sometimes get confused about certain select too.
Alright, that was pretty good. Rescuing those pilots can be a little annoying if the enemies get in your way. Alright, so that's that level. What's next? I always think it's Darth Maul, but it's actually not.
Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
Tatooine 1 is probably the easiest level in the game. Would you agree?
I think so, yeah. Basically, you can clip, and that's the entire level right there. There's not a lot to it otherwise, either.
Well, hey, there's another room, but you just clip again. The second clip is hard to learn where to do it because, like, the part that helps you go through is, like, really invisible. It does not look anything like what the game is showing you.
Oh yeah, I guess casually
The
this
collision
room
is
is
just
pretty
off.
annoying.
Yeah. But from a speedrun point of view.
Yep, and that is the level.
I mean, we have to go back at some point, but
Oh yeah,
there's really
there's that
nothing else we
part.
can play. Actually, you can get trolled on the way back. Like, have you ever been trolled off the edge by a Tusken Raider?
Not the Tusken Raider, but the actual dialogue box cuts your flight.
Right. Yeah.
So that's even worse. The game did it, not me. Oh, that guy was about to do it to me though.
Yep.
Yeah, not a lot going on with this room. I did
guess we
that
never
as
really
intended.
mentioned it before about R2 and R4, but their hovering is really unique in this game because it goes on for a lot longer and it uses up your special attack meter. We never mentioned it yet, but the special attack meter counts for every character in your party at once. So like if you switch to a different character than R2 there, you would not get it back. You would have to slowly refill.
Not only are the hovers unique, I actually think they are the fastest characters in this game. And I did just implement a new route change as I was derusting yesterday. So I will mention it when I get there. It's pretty minor,
Coming
but
up in, I don't know. I think it's pretty big. It's like, when was the last time a non-clip strategy was added to this game?
probably the last time someone played it.
Oh, I don't know. We've added a couple new clips, like Skarker added a few new ones in Geonosis the last time I was playing.
I think that that power up is consistent from that guy. I've been doing this route recently, which is different.
Interesting.
I don't get the invincibility or whatever.
This is one of our infamous genocide sections.
They are behaving for now.
They are. Although some drops for like different things would be better. This is like a big RNG fest. Like, will they spawn in and what will they give us for drops? Whenever. Nothing. Studs, not really useful if you're not going to get the revive.
Ooh, that's a lot of them. I don't know why I went for those studs, but I did. Alright. Keep them coming.
Ideally, you'd want like drops that refill your special attack meter, like that, so that you can take care of them quicker. Or an attack upgrade too, the blue lightsaber.
I think I saw one actually. That actually wasn't as good as I thought it was. For whatever reason, some enemies just don't count. It's usually the blue
Right.
ones. So I was almost purposely avoiding some of them on the higher level where I'm at right now. Yeah, I said it. Alright, there is a
Well,
cool
now we just
strat
wait for
coming up.
25 seconds. Yeah, you can explain it.
When this timer hits 1, instead of just letting it count down, I'm going to go to the character switch menu. It messes with the next room transition and the cutscene that follows. So at 1 is when I do it. And there is a bit of a setup for the next section. Okay. So wait for this to go away. Wait for that to go away. Walk forward. This cutscene, it would go all the way to the end of the hallway. Except because of that glitch I did, I can interrupt it. So I swing my sword twice, jump over Qui-Gon, and stomp. Now he's broken.
PC runners hate them.
There we go. And that's the mall fight.
If you've ever wanted to skip Maul, just play this game. Alright, you got less than 10 minutes to do episode 2, bud. I don't know.
Is it? Oh, no. I knew
now we're...
being so overzealous with my estimate would bite me in the butt one day.
No, I thought you'd be fine with 48, honestly. Okay, now we go back to Tatooine and do exactly the same clip first of all. Unfortunately, this level is not as simple as the first time we visited.
Oh, I'm awake. So, there are some strats that aren't technically as marathon safe, but I feel like if I'm not going to show them here, when would you ever see them? So I go for everything, even if it might be considered a mistake.
I don't know what to say. Alright, well, good luck. You're not even going for the revive, jeez.
I'd never go for the revive. I actually died, not in this next section, but the one coming up, for the first time, I think ever. Besides
That's
me playing it when I was
exactly
like...
why I go for the revive. Yeah, in this section you help fix the farm. Oh, I assume you're going for the clip here
Oh,
too.
I'm absolutely going for the clip. This clip is stupid. It is very precise, and the angles don't really look... Oh, looks like I'm in there. Yep. Yeah. The angles are a little tricky to find. I actually lost a world record pace run to my controller stop. It just stopped working. That was fun. Like, I got the tricky clip, and then the L button wasn't working.
Also, it looks like they're just on the level as usual, but yeah, at the end they have to jump up to speak to Owen.
Wait, that's Owen?
Wait, I think so. I mean,
Oh.
it would be like...
It makes sense.
That's why they go to Tatooine. This cutscene is also, it's something. Shmi dies and then he goes angry. And, yeah. This part, not even the movie went this far, but you actually play as Anakin, destroying all of the Tusken Raiders. And, I mean, you'll hear in a moment, but once you get to the end of this section, it plays the victorious main theme of Star Wars. Like, it's meant to be
didn't
happy
kill.
or something.
That was weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't understand that one, actually.
Oh, I'm low on health.
Bet you wish you had the revive.
Nonsense. That would be foolish. I am no fool. Yeah, for whatever reason, sometimes the enemies just won't spawn the second wave. And you'll just be wandering around like, hello friends, where are you?
So the worst instance we've seen of that is probably the one marathon run I did of this game. When I had to, like, actually go inside a tent.
Got it.
Nice. Clean. Clean ending.
We're going to see an example of hitting Padawan, I think. Yep. So it takes a little bit longer, and I know I've done well. I've done too well. Go away.
That's, yeah, because of that section there, it's one of the most likely levels to get the Padawan rank. You're gonna get studs, and I mean, one of the things that ticks up is the number of enemies you kill. One of the things that is required for 100% is getting the Jedi Master rank in every level.
This is one of the newest clips that was found. It's got a really weird hitbox on it.
Yeah, this one's like way over to the left side of where the corner looks like. And most of them seem to be on the right side, but that one isn't.
I'm doing my best to, like, flip in slightly. Oh. I got to avoid that. Yep, there we go. We're good. I'm like...
Oh.
It's very hard to do those very precise inputs on a Game Boy Advance. It was just... I didn't like doing it on GameCube even more.
So here's one more clip, and then they're gonna walk down actually until the end of the level, and that means there's only one level left in episode 2. So where did we go in episode 2? We went to Tatooine. That's like not in any other Lego game, although I can't speak for TSS actually. I doubt it, right?
It is, I think.
It is.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you go to the droid factory. So where do you think you're gonna go for level 3? The only other level. Oh, the droid factory again.
So much variety. I love this.
So there is no Jedi battle. I mean, thank goodness, right? But they don't even go there in the story. So this is when the droids have to go and rescue the humans, because stupid humans.
Again, there are no clones even in this part of the game. They're on the cover art of episode 2, but they're not here at all.
Unbelievable.
You can actually just barely avoid the sparks if you are at the holding down.
And then jump down the stairs, because if you don't jump, then there's like this animation where... How would you describe it? Like you have to
Thud.
stand in place? Yeah, it's kind of like a staggering animation.
All
Like
right.
a very, very brief full thing. Alright, here we go.
Now I'm actually going to use R2 for pretty much the rest of the level. And this is the new thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, so... In theory, unless it's just a weird placebo, these droids are actually really, really fast in this game compared to the other characters. The strats that were used before involved going back to Anakin so that we could get rid of the Geonosians in this room, because they hurt. They really hurt. There are other troubles with that though, because we want to keep the special attack meter. Looks good there. They want to keep really close, by the way, to the main, well, to the inside of the fence, just to spawn the triggers for the level to continue. Then go down here.
Yeah,
One
so
more clip out of bounds.
that's... Oh, I thought I clipped in. Yeah, so that is the newest route change that I implemented yesterday.
And then R2 hover. You can actually kind of e-glide in this game. Like extended glide,
Nice.
if you need to. Just spamming the button like that. And, oh right, what's at the end of the factory? Oh, Dooku. So, what they did there was they threw their lightsaber at Dooku. Like before the fight is actually active. So that when this cutscene happens and Dooku takes care of Anakin and Yoda, not Yoda, spoilers, Anakin and Obi-Wan, Yoda comes out to a nice surprise. This. So Dooku just doesn't attack. Get ready on time, by the way.
Oh, yes. Time is at credits.
So there's this last cutscene, and then we actually end time at the end of the status screen. And it looks like you're going to come in just barely under 48.
Thanks to my new strat. It was
Yeah,
actually really
I guess
well
so.
done.
That was clean, yeah.
Those R2 clips are, I would say, more difficult. But
I agree. R2 is
one
a whole
more,
different beast when you have to
and
clip.
time.
Nice run. Good job.
Okay, I'm through.
Looks like 47:50.
Considering I died a couple times, how many times did I die? Was it 3 or 4 real deaths?
Well, you crashed.
And a crash. What do we call that?
Money.
Money. Okay, money.
So, what I'm gonna do throughout the weekend is every run I'm involved in some way, I will find something to donate $1 per every time it happens. In this run, I'm gonna do deaths, so It was 2 revives at least.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 deaths.
And a
Let me
crash.
And a crash. Right, if it was not 3 deaths, I will count the crash as 1. How about that? So
Okay.
that we get to 5 for this game.
All right.
And yeah. So you said you're gonna do 10 per death though.
Yeah, I was thinking I was in a good place here with this game. Game had other ideas.
So hold on, let me give quick shoutouts. All right, the Sub 45 Club started out with Schneeheide. She was like the original runner of this game. Record stood for like 4 years, and it actually was not bad at all. But then this year, at the beginning, it was beaten by. What order did it go? Did you beat it first?
Skucker got it. Skucker got
Skucker
it before
got
I
it.
even started.
Oh, okay, so Skucker got it, then you got it, then I got it. Yeah, we all beat Schneeheide's time. Pickle is a good minute and a half ahead of Skucker and myself. But yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Overall, I showed off everything that I wanted to show off, and yeah, for me not playing this game very much recently, I'm happy with that. Yeah,